If you would tell me years ago that I would actually enjoy working in spreadsheet and creating numbers and looking at projections and actually enjoy it, I would probably think that you're crazy. But here it is today. I spent the morning actually creating a business plan, kind of a model and projection for Prospero, and actually it was pretty exciting. See, over the years since we started the company, I used to always do kind of a napkin calculations and show my partner how we're going to make $50,000 a month in like 3, 4 months. And we've been doing that for almost 4 years now, and we're not there yet. And so I know that it's easy to show in a simple calculation how you're going to make a lot of money, but then actually building a software business online is very difficult. It takes a lot of time, and you usually don't get to these numbers so fast as you imagine when you just start out. And so Lior was the one used to doing all the finance and stuff, and now that he left, I took this over. And yesterday I was meeting with my coach, and he told me that I should really get down and do a serious business model. And I told him that we used to do this in the past. It never worked out, and it's easy to show on on the paper or on the spreadsheet how you're going to be a millionaire, but then usually the reality doesn't turn out that way, and so why waste time? And he told me that it's basically a good way to illustrate how you're thinking and what you hope that will happen, and so it never actually happens the way that you hope it will happen. But if you follow up with the plan and see what didn't work and what does work, it will help you to see how you plan forward and what's wrong with your current thinking. And so I've decided today to take this seriously and do this in a serious manner, not just bullet points and napkin calculation. And so I've Googled search and found this actually great article about SaaS financial model, and they actually put here a Google spreadsheet, which is pretty complicated. You look at this, you say like, oh my God, do I actually have to do this right now? But I actually read this article and took a lot from it, and then tried to create a model that's more fitting to Prospero. So here's basically how it works. I have my assumptions here, which is what I think will happen in terms of how much money I will make, what's the conversion rate, how many new customers I'm getting. And then here there's the model that's showing like how much money actually turns out to be. And these are the costs. And so we have here the customer acquisition cost, assuming that I will do something like Facebook ads. This is the organic traffic that we get, how much the landing page converts. We have a pay-as-you-go plan, so the price for that and the price of subscription. We also do upsell and sell our new school classes, the pricing classes and the marketing classes. And so all of that translates into an average revenue per customer, and then it takes time for them to convert to paying customer. Basically, that's a lot of numbers. And some of them I actually know because Prospero has been going on for a while now. So I actually know those are real numbers, but other numbers are kind of assumption numbers. And over the next few months, I'll actually discover whether those numbers are real or just imaginary. And also I will be able to see where that brings us in a year or in 2 years. So actually I took this spreadsheet and created actually two models. One of them was what's going to happen if we're going to invest in Facebook ads, assuming specific cost of ads, and how that going to look like. And the other one was if we're not going to put money in ads and only going to spend our efforts in SEO and content marketing, how is that going to look like? Again, both of them are assumptions, but it's kind of illustrates what's possible in every different strategy. And funnily enough, I think that they turned out not too different from one another. And so I'll probably discuss this with Ayala and decide which way we're going to go. What it also showed me, which I knew, but in a way, it sucks to see that getting to real substantial revenue takes time. It's probably going to take a year or even 2 years to get to a substantial revenue. So the first few months, they're kind of depressing. But when you look far enough into the future, kind of a year and a half, 2 years ago, that looks super promising. And, starting a business, at least for me, it's a long-term investment. It's not, I don't think that today after 3 years of doing this and having multiple times think that I'll be rich in like 3-4 months. I know that it's a really long-term investment. And so if it looks good in 2 years, I'll sign up for that. And I'm enjoying working on it. So that's also important. Anyway, so that's how I've been spending my morning today. Right now, I'm heading out to a client presentation. I'm going to show them a new web design that I did, new homepage with illustration that I used kind of an illustrator to work with. And actually, I'm pretty happy about how it's turned out. So I'm excited. Let's see how they take it.
Wow, that was possibly one of the best client presentations I've ever had. I was a bit nervous because I was presenting a complete redesign of a website which included a new logo for the company, new colors, new illustration type, a complete new visual language, and so there was a lot to take in. And so I've built the presentation kind of step by step, not to just blow them away with something that looks completely different. First, how I dealt with the logo, and then the rationale for the colors, the new illustration type, step by step, and then finishing up with the whole new homepage. And I told them, you're not allowed to talk, not even say one thing until I finish the whole thing through. You have to see everything in context, and only then you can comment. And I went through the whole thing, and their comment was, wow, amazing, this is so spot on. And that was just so fun to hear. Really, really great meeting. There was like a tiny bit of comments, how to improve stuff, but most of the things were really just approved, first thing. And it's still a huge amount of work. There's like 15 more pages to this website, but I'm super psyched about this right now. And they were actually so excited that they told me, look, we're gonna have massage for all the employees for next week, and so perhaps you want to join us next week for a massage. So that might be super awesome next week. Anyways, such fun to go through such a meeting. This day is still long though, another client meeting, and then later on tonight 2 customer interviews of Prospero. So a long day to go.
This day is now over. It's like 10 p.m. I don't usually work this late, but I had to do like 3 customer interviews in a row. I took some time off to be with the family, eat dinner with the family and kids, but then I continued to do interview after interview, and I'm super, super tired. But overall, I think this was a super productive day. Did both business model, successful client meeting, and 3 customer interviews. Definitely a super day. Hope you guys have a great day as well. I'll catch you tomorrow.